Brotherhood language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction.
Let's get episode 4 for 2021 started. My name is Alexander Asafa, and this is Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black, as you know what. We're keeping it PG-13 because we have a very special guest here. This is officially her last week with us. Miss Jennifer Doss, Executive Director of Project 31, based out of Atlanta. She's flipping the script tonight. She's got the Cali hat on. I like the color.
Representing.
She took it back. That's where I know her from. Atlanta, you stole her. She's still from here, though. So before I forget again, I want to say congratulations to the winner from last week, Miss Erica Davenport. Thank you for your raffles. Thank you for supporting Project 31. We'll have your shirt ready for you. Kai, I owe you the winner for this week. I'm going to text that to you at some point during the show.
All right.
So I know it's kind of late over in Atlanta. Miss Jennifer, do we have a mentee tonight, or is everybody asleep because
Yes, I texted. She has a paper or something due at midnight.
Ooh.
I get it.
Crunch time.
That's
right.
I've never heard that. But
11:59 to be exact.
11:59. That's when it was due.
Yes,
I remember.
And I'm pretty sure, based on my selection, she started on it about an hour ago.
That was definitely me when I was younger. It was like, 11:30. We got to get it. Hyper focused for those last 29 minutes before it's due.
That's funny. Well, tell us a little bit about her, Jen. Since you're the one that knows her, we still would like to know who she is. Let the world know.
Sure, absolutely. Her name's Amelia Dodson, and she's been in Project 31 this is her coming up on her 4th year. And I met Amelia at a school called Amana Academy. They're actually a charter school here in North Fulton. So the area that we service is North Fulton, which tends to be a little bit more affluent. But this particular school takes people in from all areas of Atlanta, which is rare. So we have a very diverse population of girls in that particular school. So she came into the program very shy, very reserved young girl, and has kind of become like one of the spokesperson. And I always say, if I was 16 years old, that this would be my best friend. She's almost like my soulmate in terms of just being able to spend time with her. We have been going back and forth in terms of driving lessons. That's our latest adventure. Been teaching her how to drive, how to parallel park. She's very driven, very intelligent. Comes from a single parent home, but she's about her business. Aside from the occasional procrastination, she definitely knows what she wants to do. She probably would say that she borderlines a little bit between feminism, and I have to kind of reel her back just a little bit sometimes. But we debate on her views, we debate on her perspective, and she really has a great mind in terms of her individuality. So I wish that you guys would have gotten a chance to meet her. I'll still, text her. I told her if she gets a little break and we're still on, to text me and maybe she can pop in. But she's an asset to our program, a very, very, I consider a dear friend now at this point, even with the age gap, and somebody that I really enjoy spending time with.
That's what's up. Well, both you ladies are more than welcome to join us again. Open invite from us. I'm gonna speak for Brian.
He say he gonna speak to me and then it freezes. But yeah, open invite, definitely. You brought some very quality young ladies on the show. Even the one I was a part of, I went back and watched. And I love the program. I love what you guys are doing. I wish my sisters would have had something like that when they were, going through their teenage years. So
awesome, thank you.
Can y'all hear me now? Let me make sure before I start
Yeah.
talking again. Can I be heard? Can I be heard? Okay. So, Miss Jennifer, I know you. We've known each other for a long time. I'm not going to count the years, but
Yeah.
they don't know you. The audience don't know you. YouTube doesn't know you. Please, and I know we know you're not a geek, and you're a geek in training
No.
though. You're getting.
I'm an imposter.
Trust me, you're not an imposter because
Okay.
there's a few of those out there. But
All
tell us a
right.
little bit about yourself. You know.
Oh wow. Okay. My name is Jennifer, obviously. I grew up, let's start with where I grew up. I grew up in Compton, California. I was raised primarily in a single parent home. One of the reasons why I do what I do is because of other mentors that have influenced my life in a positive way. And it's something that I like to do to give back. I think one of the main things growing up in Compton that I experienced as a young girl, I was there from, pretty much LA, Compton until I was about 14. When I was 14, I moved to Long Beach, which, people say is kind of the same thing. But there was a little bit more diversity where I was in Long Beach. And I remember being 14 years old and not knowing what a Cambodian was, and for me, that was like, it was a culture shock and also a wake up call that I had been in a bubble, just around my own people and Latinos and maybe a couple of Samoans. So that was kind of like something that I always say stood out to me. That and the disparity of the education, and going from a school in the inner city to a school in the suburbs. And I used to think, things like Saved by the Bell and Doogie Howser and seeing those schools with actual lockers. And I thought, when I got moved schools, I thought these schools really, you can really use your lockers, like it was just amazing to me because we had lockers, but like they were just on lockdown because people would bring, paraphernalia, weapons and things like that. So I just thought that they were just some standing things in the school. I did not understand the concept that you could really use the locker. So that was culture shock for me, that with seeing and experiencing other races. Another thing that I did not understand growing up were that grades were cumulative. We were graded based off of behavior. So if you were good, you got A's. If you were a problem child, you failed the class. So going into that experience, it was just something that I felt like I never wanted to experience again. And one of the crux principles of our program is exposure, because when you know better, you do better, right? When you see other opportunities at that point, you have a choice. And so many children in the inner city, they're not seeing anything different. And so that's something, that's part of my background. So that's part of something that I live by. I like to travel. I'm a outdoor geek in that way. I like to hike. I just took up mountain biking. So I'm always trying to expose myself to different things, getting myself out of my comfort zone. If I don't like it, hey, I just don't like it. But I think it's really good that we, as a community, expose ourselves to things that are not, we're not used to doing. Go see the world, go try different foods. I'm a foodie. I love food. I love to travel, and it's something that we try to incorporate into the program is that exposure. So you kind of have like this buffet, this smorgasbord of all these different opportunities, and then you get to pick and choose what works for you and what you want to do. And sometimes that really opens up just simply knowing that another option is out there and available for you to do. So that's my background, little hood girl, from there, but just kind of came into a different understanding and a different love for all cultures, a different understanding for my people and what I desire to bring and how I desire to elevate us as a people, and then just loving life. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it, and giving back. So those are some of the things that I like, some of the things that I'm passionate about. I graduated, went on from not knowing that grades were cumulative to paying somebody who smoked weed to tutor me in math. So there was a little bit of a trade-off there with having him tutor me in math to going on to UCLA and graduating from that program there. So, and then I went after undergrad, went to Duke here in not too far in North Carolina. So it's just been a great experience, and one of my mottos or my life principles is it doesn't matter how you start. What matters is how you finish. So even if you're in the process of finishing, it's just so important to not allow your past to define you, and just kind of make your own path. Don't become a victim, and just go for it, So those are some of the things that I live by and some of the things that I enjoy doing.
Well, I learned some things that I didn't even know. She went to Duke, she went to UCLA, and she has a Cal Berkeley hat on. I know
Yes.
there's a rule being broken somewhere in there.
There is a rule, but my oldest daughter goes to Cal. So she and so she was being recruited. She plays lacrosse, which is another conversation.
Wow.
She plays lacrosse. And she was being recruited by USC. So that was kind of like a definitely that's not going to happen. So if she would have gone to USC, which would have been fine, you want your kids to do well, I would not be wearing any of their gear. However, I decided that Cal has the same colors as UCLA. We both don't like USC, and we both have the same mascot. So I don't think the rules are being broken too harshly. So I'm just going to go ahead and rep this on her behalf. But definitely,
that's funny.
If she was a Trojan, absolutely, I would still be wearing my UCLA shirts to her game.
That's funny. That's good stuff. That was a great story. She made a deal with the other side. That's
yes.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. Clearly, Kai is a USC fan because she just bounced in the middle of your story. She didn't.
Wow, Kai, really?
Yeah, she just dropped the gas pellet and we don't know where she went. Hopefully, she's okay. I just text her, but hopefully, the cold of the car. She got hotels. She got some paparazzi after her. We just got to keep going, and hopefully we will get her back soon. And I really wanted her for this next one. Let's see if I can pace this out. Let's get into our first topic. This past Saturday, Teen Titans Go had an episode that featured De La Soul as a part of the animated cast. The episode was about helping the Teen Titans, helping De La Soul save their music that was stolen by an alien. Now, this is how reality reflects the fiction, because clearly whoever's the executive producer of Teen Titans is a De La Soul fan, number one, because anybody that follows De La Soul, and Brian, I'm gonna hand this off to you real quick, knows that they've been fighting Tommy Boy Records about their money for their music for the last 30 years. So for them to write that into a script and yeah, go ahead.
So much in fact that you can't find any of their older albums anywhere. Now, streaming services, you can't even buy them unless you find them like on maybe like an Amazon or eBay or something like that. I'm talking about getting any of that stuff. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, there was a huge boycott. Yeah, the fans rallied, right?
Calling for the boycott. Yeah, we all rallied. We were like, you know what? There's no kids present. F Tommy Boy. We're not messing with them.
Yeah, I didn't see the episode, but according to Teen Titans, Tommy Boy's the aliens. I don't know if they won or not. I don't know if they got their music back or not. Hopefully they did. We got Kai back though. That's for sure.
We did.
And then we lost Jen. Oh, Jen, there she go. We got them both.
Oh my goodness.
This happening. Struggle. Kai, you good? You safe?
I'm good. I'm safe. Okay. We had little technical difficulties.
Sounds like you got some sprint. I don't even know if you got sprint. That just sounds like a sprint situation. So,
man, I'm gonna be honest. I got 2 phones and they stay dead. It's such a struggle.
that's such a hustler line right there. I got 2 phones and they stay dead.
They do. The other one is literally in the red.
Kai got to go see a guy about a thing. I know that line. I know that line very well. Right on. Well, it was good to have you back. Let's get into the next topic. Empire star Taraji P. Henson. This article came out a couple days ago. Wants to play an X-Men supervillain and fight Wolverine. She
lost me with the fight Wolverine.
That's what I said. But she says definitely a superhero villain because number one, they last forever. And this is her quote, God damn it, I need that franchise money. I need that check. So that's what she's on. She says she's got the perfect character, but she doesn't want to say because she don't want nobody to steal her idea. She gonna keep it hush hush. As if like,
so is she trying to create a character, or is this a character that already exists?
From what she's saying, it sounds like a character that already exists, but I don't know who she could play that could beat Wolverine, and that was black. I just don't know. That was a girl, black superhero villain. Brian,
she doesn't necessarily have to be a historically black character. You know.
Well, she's not going to be Lady Deathstrike. So, and for the record, Jen, this is what a geek, a poser. This is a fake right here. This is what's going on with that. That's why you're not that. You're UCLA /Cal/Duke, no SC. So, well, who do you think she should play, Brian? Who do you think she could play? Let's ask that question.
Who do I think she could play?
Yes. What character could she play that's going to be
villain?
A villain.
As a villain?
Right. Now, she could be Emma Frost. I wouldn't mind that.
But see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe Emma Frost. Maybe.
You know.
Based on stuff that she had done in the past. Maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm looking up some X-Men villains. I needed some reference.
What you got over there, Kai?
I'm looking at females. Let's see. I don't even see very many females. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Stan Lee science, boy. Stan Lee science. I mean, there's technically she could be Psylocke, but Psylocke can't hang with Wolverine. That ain't happening. That ain't going down.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do we want to see her in the MCU? Let's ask that question. Do we want to see her in the MCU?
No.
I don't. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she's a little past her time. And I'm not trying to call her old. I just think her.
You're not trying at all. You're not trying at all.
No,
you just did.
You did it. You didn't try. You succeeded.
No, I didn't. I just said she's past her time. I think she has matured past that opportunity.
That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Well,
I try to put it as politically correct as I possibly can because I actually love Taraji.
What's your favorite Taraji project? Empire, Bad Boy.
I'm gonna be honest. Her acting in Empire was fire, but it was really the movie where she went like batshit crazy over the man. What was that one called? I forgot.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Let me look it up.
They had her looking real ugly.
Smoking
right?
Aces for a second.
Smoking
My
Aces.
favorite movie she was in was Smoking Aces.
Smoking
Just for
Aces.
that one scene when she was lighting them up with that 50 caliber.
Maybe that's what she's thinking about when it comes to this MCU thing. Maybe that's what she's trying to be. Even though Smoking Aces was like 13 years ago, right? Like that's been a minute.
It was old. It was old.
Yeah. Yeah. All right,
No,
Taraji.
That's the only one I can remember where she was like a killer, action-y type. I can't think.
Yeah.
No, there was another one. I'm trying to look at it. It was pretty recent.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know
what
what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't see that one either, though. So, and I don't plan on it. But Taraji, I'm rooting for you. The ladies feel like you should move on. So either way, we are moving on to the next topic at hand. It was announced last week, Eddie Murphy will be playing former DC Mayor Marion Barry in a television biopic. That's just funny for a lot of different reasons. For those that don't know, in 1978, Marion Barry ran for the mayor of DC and won. And in 1990, he was convicted of drug charges and served 6 months in prison, but then went on to win the city's 1995 election for mayor, which he held until 1999. Kai, just in case you don't know, Marion Barry got caught smoking crack as the mayor of DC.
I'm literally Googling Homeboy now.
Yeah. He's the only mayor that's been caught smoking crack.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Just make that clear. Been caught.
He's the only one that got caught. That I didn't say. Okay. First of all, I didn't say he was the only one. I just said he was the only one that got caught.
I mean, is this gonna be a comedy or
it has no choice? It has no choice.
Come on now, Eddie Murphy has done serious roles, man. Eddie Murphy has done serious roles. It can be serious.
If he played this completely serious, I'm laughing. If he decides to make a joke, I'm laughing. Just him showing up in costume as Marion Barry, and I know he's gonna smoke crack somewhere in the second act. I'm laughing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just googled this dude, and the dude looked goofy.
He looks funny. He looks funny. I did the same thing.
I didn't say that politically correct at all. He looked goofy as hell. So, I mean, hey, I think Eddie could pull it off.
Hey, who's directing it? Who's directing it? You know,
Spike Lee is directing with John Ridley writing. John Ridley did Red Tails and The Brick. I didn't see The Brick. Red Tails was trash. I don't care what anybody says. So, but it's Eddie Murphy and it's Spike Lee. They're all the executive producers. I think this will be a great time. I'm gonna have some fun with this. And they got episodes.
It's gonna be a serious movie.
It's episodic? Hold on, wait a minute. It's episodic?
I believe they said, no, it's a television biopic. My bad. Okay. They're only doing it once. They're kidding out.
I'm a clean space on my calendar if it's coming on every week, bro. To see Eddie Murphy smoking crack. Are you kidding me? Please.
Oh man.
This gotta be like an Amazon Prime series. It can't be like,
what is it?
It can't be for real.
My question while you're looking that up is why was it crack and not cocaine? If you're the mayor, I mean, we could elevate it just a little bit.
Now, okay, wait, stop laughing, Brian, because I can give it a difference, but I don't know if that's really good for the context of what we were trying to do. You know what I'm saying? There's pasta and then there's lasagna. That's the best way I can put it. Not every square is a rectangle, but every rectangle is a square. I don't know. I do not know. But that was funny.
It's all about what you're into. That day.
Yeah.
Oh man. There's too many jokes there. Thank you for asking that, Jen. Thank you.
No problem.
Let me see. I'm looking for this right now. But while I'm doing that, we can actually keep going. The next topic is Spike Lee says he is open to directing after directing Eddie Murphy. He's open to directing a Marvel movie. Now we need to talk about this situation. Do we want Spike directing a movie in the MCU? Is the question.
Now, based on his other stuff, no, I don't think so. It's got its own feel, and if it's an MCU movie, it's got to fit along with the other 23. I don't think it will. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know that shot that he has when they like follow you. Like, I don't want to see that shit for 3 hours. Right. Oh, excuse my language. I don't want to see that for 3 hours with a superhero, though. I really don't.
Kai, how do you feel about Spike directing?
Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. If Spike's gonna direct a movie, I could see him. It has to be something very unique and strategic. Like I could see him directing. Like they came out with the series Cloak and Dagger. I don't know if y'all watched that one, but I could see him. That. I could see him directing something like that. I could see him directing like an icon movie. A very pro-black hero movie. I could see him doing like a Luke Cage movie. I think he would do that. I think he would do that well.
Yeah, I do. That's a good point.
Well, Luke Cage, maybe. Yeah.
See, but I said it's all about the particular hero. I think Spike Lee has a unique way of telling stories and filming. But as far as Marvel, you have to pick the right hero for him to be able to tell the right story, because he stick to your strong suits. Like he needs to, it's a particular.
And it's going to have to fit into the overall.
Exactly.
The overall MCU. That's what makes it tricky. You know.
Yeah. But I don't know how much into comics he is. One thing that I think, I know there's a lot of people that come in and they play these roles and they've never read the comic books before and they've never done this. It takes a lot of research to really, put that on screen presence and bring it to life. So
I could see Spike Lee though in the Bronx as a kid reading comic books though.
Yeah,
I could too. That's why I say Luke. I wouldn't mind seeing him do his take on Luke Cage.
He says growing up, where is it? He grew up reading Spider-Man comics, and to him, DC comics were always corny. He told the interview.
True.
So he's starting trash. He's starting a fire already. He's getting his Billy Joel on.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in this conversation. I wouldn't mind. You know how Zack Snyder is doing his cut of Justice League?
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't mind seeing Spike. I wouldn't mind seeing Spike Lee do his cut of Miles Morales
as a live action movie.
As a live action Miles Morales, I wouldn't mind Spike giving his take on him.
That's two good suggestions.
Flip that.
Yeah,
he might be able to flip that. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm telling you, I've been trying to have Marvel DC put me on the payroll, but they playing.
You got it.
Hey, that was two good suggestions. Hey, tell Spike to hit me up. I'm ready.
Jen, yes, it's a biopic for the Marion Barry for Eddie Murphy. It is being developed by HBO Films. So
HBO, okay.
Oh, it's gonna be on the Max.
Yeah, that's a win. That's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be on the Max.
That's the one streaming service I feel like I get my money's worth. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with all of this. Let's keep going. Real quick, because I know Jen doesn't do comics. Kai, can you break down who Luke Cage is and Miles Morales real quick for the people that do not know?
Miles Morales is the Black Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yes, he is the Black version of Spider-Man. They came out with an animated movie and it did really, really good. If I'm not mistaken, it got like every award that you could possibly get. It was very, very well written, very well produced. He's showing it right there. It was an amazing animated movie. And Black cast, although a lot of the behind the scenes people were unfortunately white, but the movie did really, really well. And I'm excited for the second one. As far as Luke Cage is a Black exploitation. I think he falls in that realm. Originally, when he came out, a Black exploitation superhero. Back in the day, he rocked the big fro with the yellow. He was imprisoned.
A butterfly collar, the taco meat coming down prison, the chest.
The bell bottom pants. You know, very, very Afro.
Sweet Christmas. He talked like this to everybody, baby.
American. And then they did a different take on him recently. There's a Netflix series that is one of the series I told you that I would start on. But Luke Cage on Netflix, he was played by Mike. What's his last name? I always mess the last name up.
Coulter.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Played by him. He was bald, but he was like going around Brooklyn, like saving people. He's a vigilante. A Black.
He's the one with some skin condition or something.
He doesn't have a skin condition, but he's invulnerable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Kai. Let's that'll bring us to the next topic. Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. All the Defenders Marvel Netflix series shows, those characters have reverted back now to Marvel exclusively. The last two just happened this week, Punisher and Jessica Jones.
I have never been happier to hear such news in my life.
Why are you so happy, Kai? Flagellate.
Okay, so the Netflix series, I'm gonna be honest. So I knew who Daredevil was. I knew who Luke Cage was. The one that threw me for a loop was Jessica Jones. So Jessica Jones had kept popping up. You know how Netflix, low key, they kind of be peeping what your interest is, and they be like, you would be interested in this, and they throw it in your face. And I was like, Jessica Jones, who is this? Like, I ain't trying to watch this. And I just kept scrolling past it. And I was like, Marvel? Ain't no way this is Marvel. And I started watching it. Jessica Jones is hands down my favorite series of the Defenders. Like, to me, I loved her story. But yeah, I'm excited to hear about that because I was really sad when, you know, they did their deal and they pulled all their Marvel content off of Netflix and they said they weren't making any more series. So I'm excited to hear that. I was hoping that would happen, especially since Marvel / Disney / Fox secured Hulu. I was hoping that they were gonna basically take those shows from Netflix and put them on Hulu and continue them because they were on the right track. They were those were going really, really well. And I was excited to see them build on the Heroes for Hire. They were in the talks of bringing a Misty Knight series and doing a spinoff of her. And I was just really excited to see that continue to grow. And then when it got nipped, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. So I'm excited.
How much do you know about these characters from the comic book side? Like Jessica Jones, Misty Knight, Colleen Wong, I think.
Yeah, I know the surface stuff. I know like Misty Knight. A lot of people don't know Misty Knight doesn't actually end up with Luke Cage, or she doesn't actually date Luke Cage at all. She's actually.
Do you know who does?
Iron Fist.
No. Do you know who Luke Cage ends up with?
Oh yeah, Luke Cage ends up with Jessica Jones, and they both have a child. And she becomes Danielle. I think I'm saying it right. Danielle Cage, and she becomes a Captain America. Oh, it runs deep. It runs deep.
See, that's why I'm glad they brought it back. There's so many stories. There's so many stories.
So many stories. So yeah, and yeah, you could. I mean, and they was building on that relationship when the show got nipped. Like you could see that, like they were putting Jessica and Luke Cage together, and although they never really made the connection between Misty Knight and Luke Cage, I'm sorry, Misty Knight and Iron Fist in the actual show. I did not like that they put Iron Fist with Colleen, because Colleen, to my knowledge, was never with Iron Fist. It was always Misty Knight. So I think they went kind of left as far as with the matching and the relationships that the comics portray. But I was excited to see it all come together, and I was sad that it didn't. And I know like they done a really, really good job crossing those series over. Like all of them are interlapping and overlapping one another. Like the Doctor, I'm so bad with actresses' names. Rochelle, starts with an R.
Rosario Dawson, man.
Yeah, her. That one. She's in she is the consistent piece in every series. Like she's in Daredevil, Luke Cage, like she's in every one of those series. And I really, really like the overlap. Like DC is trying to do that with their crossover series, but Netflix executed on the first go.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the Defenders personally.
The actual Defenders movie, the actual show wasn't that good.
You're being nice right now. You're being very nice.
It was not very good. But and then they dropped the ball on Iron Fist.
They really did.
They dropped the ball on Iron Fist.
Yeah. We don't have enough time to cover that.
The actor only had one face. Like when he was mad, sad, crying, like he had the same face no matter what. I'm like, what is this dude doing right now? Like,
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so as far as the casting, I wasn't so much mad at the casting because he had the look that I think Marvel was going for, but I think the storyline that they told, Colleen was putting boys down faster than him. Like Colleen was putting in more work than the Iron Fist, and I'm like, and his fist didn't light up until I think his fist lit up one time, 2 times in the whole dang series.
This is what happens, Jen. This is what happens when things go wrong in our world. It's real simple sometimes, but I'm gonna see if I can bring you back into the fold. Miss Jennifer, did you watch what's it called? Bridgerton?
Oh yes. Yes. Now I'm back in. Yeah.
I got your attention now, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. See what I did there?
Oh, man.
So do you know the guy's name? Can you say his name for us?
I don't know his name. I will.
Don't need to know his name, right? You know won't talk about that, right?
And I will say this. I'm not a huge fan of light-skinned guys. That's just not my thing. But yeah, he did.
I'm just gonna turn my video off. I'm just turning my video off now. I'm gonna talk like this the rest of the show. You just gonna see the emblem.
I'm just over here trying not to interrupt.
Enjoy the show, Kai. That's all I'm doing. This is got good real quick. Real quick. Let's go, light skin.
Yes. So the funny thing is that my husband my hairdresser told me about the series. So we started off watching it together, and And it got so good that we were like episode 4, she had to leave. So we decided we were going to have a watch party. So my husband's like, what you guys watching? So I'm like, I just got to see the next episode. I can't wait for her to get home. So my husband gets hooked on it. And we watch the end of it, I think that night between the next 2 nights. And he was into it too. I mean, it was just very well written. I felt like you could feel the emotion, like, and the passion definitely in that movie. So I thought it was good.
Right on. I think we have a daily sort of or weekly sort of segment just for Black Panther because we find a way to bring it back every time. But it's funny you said you're not into light-skinned dudes that much because there is a significant rumor that your guy could potentially be the next Black Panther.
What? That's not. I don't know about that though. I don't know about that.
I ain't in the light skinned dudes that much.
You ain't
dropped.
Wait a minute, you didn't drop this bomb. You didn't drop this bomb in the sound check.
Because that sound check, I knew I needed this to happen. So.
Okay.
How you feel about that, Kai?
It's a no.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a no.
It's a no.
Team light skin over here. Team light skin. But homeboy is skinny. He's scrawny. He's sexy. He's sexy. But no.
Not for Black Panther.
I need the Black Panther to have some melanin.
Yeah. I'm with you. And some something.
I need him to have some body.
Something.
Yada yada. You gotta have it.
I'm just gonna let y'all discuss this. Y'all have a good night.
See, I thought we
text me when the chat's
done. Into Bridgerton. I didn't know that we was, linking it to the Black Panther.
This is the first I'm hearing about it. This is the first I'm hearing about it. So he wanted to drop this bomb on the show because he wanted to see my face that I made when he said it. To chime in on Bridgerton, I highly recommend it. When I was very skeptical off rip, I was skeptical just seeing the preview. I was skeptical because I was like, this don't look like nothing. I mean, it almost it's very outdated. I don't like a whole lot of outdated stuff. But when I started watching it, the first thing you notice when you start watching the movie, I mean the series, is the music.
Yes.
The music is our music, but with the classical violins.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, this is so well put together. And the storyline was beautiful. And the whole time you really talking to yourself, like, girl, he lied to you. Like, you really like, and I literally sat there and watched it in one sitting. And there was some times, and I watched it by myself. So there were some times where I was watching it and my mouth was literally the whole time. Probably, I mean, my mouth was probably like flies would have flew in my mouth, how my mouth hit the floor while I was watching this series. And I was like, oh, Shonda Rhimes, I mean, you acting up now. She got this little Netflix contract. She did her thing. She did her thing.
So what I liked about it was with the passion and the sex scenes, which people talk about. I like that it was like in the confines of marriage, and then you still had like that element of modesty, that I think is lost a lot of times in today's society. So that's something that mixture of, the modesty with, amongst the people and the way that they treated things like of that nature, but then that extreme passionate within the marriage system of marriage. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, overall, very, very well done. And really, I had never really seen this guy act before.
Me either.
It's only 2 things. I've only seen him act in 2 things. There was another movie that came out recently that came out on Amazon Prime, where he was in it as well. But to me, he's this breakout actor, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, who is this gorgeous man?
What's his name?
I'm like, where did he come from?
Can anybody say his name? Can anybody say his name?
Right. What is the dude's name?
I don't know. I don't care what his name is.
He's got a hyphen. He's got a dash. I don't know what it's coming from. I don't know the origin or nothing.
Hey, you know, men that have them unique swivels and apostrophes, and they always be gorgeous. They always be gorgeous. It's like it's the guy's name you can't really pronounce.
Swivels.
Wait, so Brian and Skinny, have you guys seen it at all? Because you're quiet.
No. Clearly, you guys were having a good time. I didn't want to interrupt.
Stuff to watch over here, so I will make a suggestion to see if my girl wants to watch it.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a Black Panther segment, and it turned into a Bridgerton.
This is supposed to be a Black Panther segment.
Okay, right. So Black Panther. I mean, I've already said my piece with it. I think.
Well, okay. This is my question, though. This is my question. If they make Michael B. Jordan Black Panther, and they bring in your boy with the swivels, you not gonna watch that?
Oh, I'm gonna watch it, of course.
Right.
Michael B. Jordan, of course.
That'll be his enemy name. That'll be his villain name. Swivels. That's your boy's name.
I don't like the casting. Like, to me, like I said, Black Panther needs to have melanin. He needs to have some skin on his bones. Yeah, I don't even think I would like to see him in the suit.
You know they're gonna get him on that protein plan. You know they're gonna get him on that 6,000 calorie a day.
He's petite though. That man is really petite.
We have way more than enough brown skinned brothers that fit that could use a chance to be the Black Panther. However, I don't know how well they would do. I mean, that's Chadwick's role. It's like trying to make Tom Cruise play Iron Man or something. It won't work. That's Chadwick's role. So the next person coming in, I mean, we're gonna be looking at him funny anyway.
Okay, so there's a couple of people that you just can't replace. Like, I know they're gonna try to do it later on down the line, but like Hugh Jackman, you're not gonna replace him as Wolverine.
Right.
Like Chadwick, you're not going to replace him as Black Panther. They need to just follow the comic books and make either go ahead and give the women what they want and bring Michael B. Jordan back. Or
you just see her cow head just like,
or they need to put Siri in the role and give a female a chance. That's what they need to do.
That's what I was going to ask you guys, what your opinion on that with the strong female presence in that movie. Would it be appropriate to elevate one of the women?
Yeah.
I personally think yes. Because it is, number one, it is canon to the comic. She does take over. But I'll be honest with you, I would rather see Lupita take over the role more than Shuri. That's just me personally.
I got something to say about that as well.
No offense to Shuri or Letitia Wright, but yeah, I just think she would be, the way they've set up her character and where she is in terms of the narrative, I think she'd be better suited for the situation, at least temporarily, for the next movie. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Don't think it's going to happen, but that's just my personal take on it.
I do like your suggestion. My thing is, I have a couple of things that I feel very strongly about when it comes to the actress that plays Shuri. I love her. I love her personality. I love her on-screen presence. I think she definitely played her role and added to the movie and executed her character to perfection. I would say, because this is a male-dominated industry, regardless how you flip it, dip it, turn around, comic books are catered to men. And to me, she doesn't have that sex appeal that I feel like men would need
in order to embrace her as a character.
To embrace her as that character. To me, she still kind of looks like she's more childlike to me. in the current state, or at least how she was portrayed in the last movie. And I think it would be hard to transition her from that childlike, that little sister role to I'm the Black Panther now. I think it would be hard to transition her from then to now, from one movie to the next. And then her aesthetics, as far as she's gonna need to, I said this, I think on the first episode, was she's gonna need to put on some weight. She's gonna need to hit the protein. She's gonna need to hit the squats. She's gonna need to put some weight on that back. So there's a couple of things that I think would hinder the success of the role. And then also I think Marvel and DC, both of them, Marvel did not get it right. Marvel nor DC has gotten it right as far as executing a female lead superhero movie. Captain Marvel was the first female lead superhero movie that they came out. And how do you feel about Captain Marvel? He hates it. He hates it.
It's the trash of the whole MCU. That movie is trash.
There you go.
It has nothing to do with her being a female. It's just
the movie was not executed good. I think there's a particular way that you have to tell female lead movies. There has to be some sex appeal. You can't just throw the love. Like, that's why Wonder Woman didn't do good. You can't just throw, because Wonder Woman is bad. I mean, she got the sex appeal.
Those movies are whack.
Yeah, I mean, she got the sex appeal. She got the sex appeal. She looks like Wonder Woman. She, you know what I'm saying? She played the role really well. But unfortunately, they just didn't execute the movie well. When you're talking about men, your action has to be, you can't have this subpar action in the movie. Like, we need to see the women knocking doors down. And I think that is going to be really critical to bring into the fold if they do make Shuri Black Panther. So there's a couple of things that's going to have to happen in order for that to be a success. So I'm fearful. I'm fearful as far as whether or not they can execute it. But of all else, I want to see Shuri take over the Black Panther role. They do not even need to be discussing replacing Chadwick. It should be off the table entirely.
Yeah, I agree. At least for this generation. Like,
right.
Because I said it in the first episode. Whoever you put in that role now, you're setting them up to fail. Because every time we see him put whoever that might be, Swivels or whoever the case might be, put that mask on, you're gonna be like, damn, I wish that was Chadwick. And it's just frustrating
too. The timing is too soon.
Yeah. Way too soon.
Yeah.
Brian, you got anything before we move on? You good?
I think everything has been said. I don't personally want another Black Panther movie without Chadwick. I don't want it. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I would like? You could do a Shuri movie. You could do that all day. Because I like the character.
I personally thought they would
trying to replace Chadwick. And I ain't team light skin, man. Like I ain't with homeboy. I ain't seen Bridgerton or whatever it's called. One. And I just can't see a Steph Curry like dude
exactly
playing Black Panther, man. Like,
and he's petite. Wait till you see him. This dude is light, bright, he petite. And I'm saying, I appreciate my light skinned brothers. But homeboy, this is not the place for you, homie. Like, this is not your hood.
When I was watching the movie with my husband and I was like good and gone all over him, he's like, but he's so small.
That's funny.
So I'm gonna build off this argument. I'm gonna build off this discussion. Who else in the MCU, DC, whatever the case may be, comic book superhero portrayals, who else cannot be replaced? I know who can't be replaced. I already said Hugh Jackman. They don't even need to touch it.
They try to. They want to.
They want to.
I don't think anybody can replace Hugh Jackman. I don't think anybody can replace Robert Downey Jr.
Nobody can replace
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Nope.
Right.
Nobody can do
Chadwick is another one. I mean, we've had like 4 or 5 different Spider-Men, so you can replace him. But
I think the next movie has 4 or 5, all of those Spider-Mans.
They're gonna bring all of them back, right? They keep bringing.
That's what they saying.
Toby want like Leonardo DiCaprio money though, so he being funny right now. So that's the only one that's not really on board yet. But
I'd rather just leave him out and let Leo come in and play him. Let
like Leo he was supposed to.
Like he was supposed to, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, to me, I don't think I could really see another, like the 2 dudes that played the older versions of Magneto and Professor X. I don't think they can be replaced either.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think they can be replaced.
Was that Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart? Those are the guys.
And did y'all know they were together?
Trained actors, though, too. These guys
together, like together, what?
Together.
Really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
They're a couple.
Who?
Magneto and Professor X.
Ian McKellen is gay. I didn't know Patrick Stewart was gay.
Is Patrick Stewart gay?
At least that's what I thought. I thought they were a couple. Am I wrong?
I didn't think they was together. I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure they together.
I know about Magneto. I know, but I
never thought Patrick Stewart was.
I never thought about it.
I think they're together.
I mean,
regardless,
it don't matter.
Regardless, I think regardless, I think
I
you're
just
right,
always,
though.
I just always thought that was cool. I just always thought that was cool because they like rivals on the screen, but together outside.
You know who could be replaced though.
Who could be replaced? Who can be replaced?
You know who could be replaced?
Who
is Storm? Like who thought it was a good idea for Halle Berry to play?
No. We're not replacing Storm. No, it's Halle Berry. They
Halle
get Michael
Berry
B. Jordan.
Storm. I will reach through the screen and choke you. Halle Berry is not Storm.
I think Halle Berry is Storm in real life, like real talk.
Well, she needs to take acting classes so she can put it on the screen.
No.
I don't like her as Storm.
I don't like her as Storm.
I don't like bringing up Michael B. Jordan every episode. It happens. It happens every time.
You know what? I actually did. I think I give Michael B. Jordan a B-, B+ for his performance in Black Panther. It was almost like he tried too hard to be down. Like, you're supposed to think that Killmonger grew up hard and he came from where, kind of where we from. And then he went to the army.
Oh, no, it's not.
He didn't give it to me. I didn't like that. I didn't like his character that much, or at least the way he portrayed it. He was fake militant to me. I couldn't. Y'all can look at him and think he's good to look at, whatever. That's cool. But for me, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I already told you, taking the looks off the table, Michael B. Jordan, to me, that movie would not have been a success without him. And that's taking the looks off the table. But see, that's the thing. Like, I thought he was okay, but I feel like, I don't know, man. He just reminded me of the dude in Black History class that read one book and wanted to be Malcolm X. Like, it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. He was just, it's like, come on, man.
Oh, man.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock. What's the line? Say it again. I forget. I just saw it.
And I like Michael B. Jordan. I like everything else I've seen him in. The Wire, like all the stuff. The little baseball movie when he was shorty. All the other things. Creed, I mess with him in there. I like him in Creed. But for some reason, his Killmonger did not. I don't know. It was just maybe the way he delivered some of the lines. It just didn't seem realistic to me. He didn't. I don't know. It's
all right, we gonna agree to disagree on that one.
I'm just gonna mute you for the rest of the show.
All right. Let's do one more segment and then we're gonna get out of here.
All right.
So screenrants.com, every now and then they do these things called retro casting, where they pick a movie that came out recently and use 1980s actors. So they used 1980s actors for the Suicide Squad, and they did a recast as if the movie would have been produced in 1988 and using the biggest stars at that point.
Okay.
Now, Jennifer, did you see Suicide Squad?
No.
Okay, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything.
Nothing.
So don't feel left out by that. Now, this cast, though, this is funny to me, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go down the line, and y'all just give me the. I need it. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'm getting my Google ready. Who the first name?
All right. As Harley Quinn, they recasted Harley Quinn with Michelle Pfeiffer. 88 Michelle Pfeiffer.
I can see that.
All right. I'm good either way. Deadshot, who was played by Will Smith in this movie, the first one, they have him recasted by Carl Weathers, aka Action Jackson, aka Apollo Creed, Michael B. Jordan's father. It all comes full circle every time. Every time. Rick Flag is played by
Dylan. He was also Dylan from Terminator.
Hold on. I need to see what he. I need to see what he.
I got a score to settle.
Carl Weathers is in The Mandalorian. He's the black guy in The Mandalorian. Yeah.
Is he rocking the baby fro, or did they twist that up a little bit?
Yeah, no, he got the stateside fro, the California, the border. Yeah, absolutely. Val Kilmer as Rick Flag. Daryl Hannah coming off of what was that water where she was a mermaid movie, coming off that booty. I don't remember the name. I just remember that song. As Enchantress, Matthew Modine as Captain Boomerang. Black exploitation star Fred Williamson as Killer Croc. LA Law star, and I'm not even making this up. This is the only Mexican I saw on television outside of Chips. Jimmy Smits as El
They
Diablo.
put him in everything, bro. They put him in
everything.
Jimmy Smits.
He's been in Star Wars. He's been in Dexter. What else have I seen him in?
LA Law.
They want him to play the one with the tattoos?
Hypothetically, yes. If this was 88. So like before you got here. Like not now. Like before you were born.
Oh God, who did they cast for the Joker?
Oh, we're gonna get there. we got one more.
So they didn't cast Denzel for nothing?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Denzel should have been Deadshot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Denzel would have bossed up that role, though. Y'all know that, right? He got that smooth walk. Just picture him with that smooth walk, and he just knocked somebody's head off. Oh yeah.
It would have been the prequel to Equalizer. That's all it would have been.
Equalizer, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the smooth walk. Oh yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds. Okay. Pam Grier as Amanda Waller.
I
Come on, man.
I hate it.
Leave Foxy Brown alone.
That's actually what I wrote down. I didn't even write down Amanda Waller. I said Pam Grier as Foxy Brown because that's what I know her as.
She is Foxy Brown.
She Foxy Brown. And last but not least, as Joker, Anybody want to take a guess? It's a white guy.
In the 80s? In the 80s.
Robert De Niro.
That's a good choice. That's better than what they chose.
Homeboy from the Breakfast Club.
What, Judd Nelson?
Yeah. They always made him play the bad guy, and you know.
Oh, what
Judd
about
Nelson is Joker?
What about Edward Scissorhands? What's his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
That's who should have been casted.
Yeah.
Is that not who's up there?
Nah, we are all right. They are wrong. William Hurt was their recasting. See, she went straight to Google. Yeah.
What he playing?
Trash.
He played it trash.
Why would his name even come up in conversation?
He did a movie with Kathleen Turner back in the day. You're my auntie, like. Right? And way back as Joker?
As Joker.
This is probably the worst casting that they said.
Yeah, this recasting gets a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. They've done better. I like the Carl Weathers. That was kind of funny, but you're right. It should have been Denzel. It should have been Mississippi Masala. But that is the end of our episode. This is our last week with Project 31. Jennifer, thank you for being with us. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I have something to add if we still have some time.
I got a couple minutes. Sprint ain't kicked me off yet. It's up to the other people. I'm not going, I can't speak for everybody. Jen, you got a few moments?
No, I mean, I just have a genuine, general question for Jen. So I was listening to you tell your story, and my question is, if there is somebody asking for a friend, aka myself, that would like to get involved with Project 31, what would that look like?
We have a lot of opportunities where you can link up with somebody virtually and become a mentor. And that's just like phone calls, talking, interests. Whatever your interest is, if you're into tutoring or if you have a particular skill that you like to bring to a workshop or a particular experience or share your story about something, you could also, remote into one of our workshops, or if you're in the Atlanta area, come and have the floor and give the opportunity. So we leave it up to our volunteers in terms of something that they want to do.
So I am where I need to be when I need to be. Let me say that.
Okay.
I move very.
Two phones on red. 2 phones on red.
I move very fluidly. So I am going to leave you with the fact that I would like to get involved, and I will have him share my contact information with you.
Okay.
If you ever need me to be in Atlanta, or you find yourself hosting an event or anything like that, all you have to do is call. I'm happy to make a trip.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We would love to have you. I would definitely love to have you and have some young blood in the house for sure.
Sounds like a plan. So I did want to ask that question because I love what you're doing. I wish I had something like that when I was younger. And I'm always looking for opportunities to basically share my experiences. I'm very similar to you as far as didn't come from success, didn't come from the happiest home, the happiest neighborhood. But you grind it out, you make a success for yourself, and you try to tell your story so that other people don't have to go through the same things that you went through to find that same success. So I'm 100% loving what you do. Hats off to you. So proud to hear it. And I truly, truly mean it when I say I'm only a phone call away, and I would like to be a part of it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kai. That means a lot. I've enjoyed having your presence on the call too. It's been nice. Oh, I read Tupac's mom's book. I just finished that up.
You did? How did you like it?
It was awesome.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I figured you would. It's different. Different for sure. To say the least.
Yeah.
So that's all I had. That's all I had.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, Jen, and as well as Kai, we appreciate you ladies for being a part of Black Power, being a part of Black AF. You guys it's an open invite. You guys are always more than welcome to be a part. Kai, hopefully we'll have you back on the show very soon. Jen, keep us updated on what's going on. We definitely want to continue to help. As we stated in Soundcheck, or I think we talked about it personally, Black AF will be donating $300 to the cause for 31 projects. And, you know, this is what the campaign is about. And, you know, we just hope to build off of it, let your friends know. I'm glad y'all was able to connect. You know, you have these things in your head and you hope it works out that way, but you can't really, you know, real time's sometimes just gotta let it happen for itself. So I'm glad y'all connected. I'm glad y'all connected up with Michael B. Jordan, Swivels.
Swivels.
You know, we talked about the difference between pasta and lasagna tonight. It's been an amazing show for myself personally. So thank you again, ladies. B, I know you got one more thing to say. And Kai, I sent the winner to one of your phones. I don't know if you got it. Hopefully you did. Young Juvie. You got it?
I did.
Okay.
Hopefully I pronounced it correctly.
Brian, anything before we get to the winner?
You said we were donating 300?
Yes.
How about we double that? Just double it. 6.
How about that?
We're gonna do that.
Awesome, Brian. Thank you. Especially since we were Team Light Skin earlier. I appreciate it.
If it wasn't for the house slaves, none of us would have escaped. Y'all need to know that. We here now because of people that look like me. We here right now because of people that look like me.
Oh man.
Are you finished or you done? Which?
All I'm saying is, light-skinned folks been getting hated on for a long time. It's okay. I'm good with it.
Hey, I showed my loyalty and appreciation to light-skinned folks.
I'm talking to you, bro. I'm cool. Look. I'm with it. I'm cool, but I feel like Drake ain't allowed. Drake can't be on Team Light Skin. I don't like.
Who brought up Drake? No,
he's the ultimate light skin.
No, he's not. If dudes like Drake that made people like me and Chris Brown have to act extra because we got to be like, nah, we don't be singing, yo. Like, we don't do that. Like, I'll knuckle up with you in the street right now because this dude over here singing love songs with his lace front beard. Look, we don't want Drake. I've talked to Steph Curry. I've talked to Chris Brown and the Bridgerton guy whose name I can't pronounce. We've all had a meeting. Swivels. And we don't want Drake anymore. Drake, we don't want him. He bringing the averages down.
Oh my goodness.
And on that note,
Brian has
episode 4 is done. Kai, let's give you the drum roll. Survey says, hey.
The winner this week, I really hope I'm pronouncing this right. I believe it is Lori Glenn. Lori Glenn is our winner this week. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lori.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, that's our publicist. We appreciate her. She's a
free. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yep. Okay. She won't beat me up for that. She's perfect. From the Shy as well, Brian. So, nice. You know. But again, this has been fun. I'm glad y'all came.
It has. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. $600 going to Project 31 from Black AF. Yeah, and we know it's going towards a good cause. So we appreciate you, Jen. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a part. Like I said, open invite, don't matter. We'll be here every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, I got it.
And yeah, we'll see you next week. Strength and blessings.
Thank
I'm
you
gonna get
guys
off
so
before
much.
they kick us out.
This has been awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you all.
Jen, I will give you Kai's number once we get out of here.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, everyone, take care. Be
All right,
blessed.
bye, Brian. All right.
Bye.
Brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Blackest